Welcome to FXStreet. If you like what we're talking about, you like the content we're doing, head on over to YouTube, join the FXStreet channel by hitting the subscribe button. And you can follow Kash and I on Twitter individually, Kash at Mangyeko, and myself at Just Analysis 1. Taking a look at Dogecoin. So Doge, talk, and I've been talking a lot about the danger zone that exists for Doge below that 18-cent range. And if you watched our, I don't remember if it was Ethereum or Ripple. I think it was Ripple. I was talking about a lot of altcoins have a chart volume profile that looks like this, where you have this big chunk of time that it's been trading, in these upper ranges of its volume profile, but then there's a big dip below it. And I'm honestly surprised Doge did not travel lower. I mean, that 12, it's hard to, well, if we go to the daily, you can see why it found a little bit of a bounce there. But there's a little blip of volume support in that 12 to 12.5 cent range. But otherwise, it's very, very empty. But Doge came down to that level, promptly bounced right back up. And that is kind of where it's hanging out. So it's very, very interesting that you're seeing this candlestick across the board in the altcoin market. Very, very, and this scenario too. A lot of the volume profiles are just a little bit above or directly above a lot of altcoins, and Dogecoin kind of represents a similar chart that a lot of altcoins are exhibiting. It's very, very similar. But you're getting this very powerful single reversal candlestick pattern, the hammer, showing up on a lot of cryptos. And Dogecoin itself, I haven't mentioned this enough on these other recordings we've done, Akash, but there's a Gann death cycle on a lot of these altcoins too. So there's a 7-week death cycle so Gann called it 49 to 52 day cycle that is terminating, and they typically generate substantial corrective moves or broader trend changes. And that is where a lot of these, I mean, it's like it's positioned perfectly in price and time for a very strong, bullish continuation move after spending, since May, basically floundering around here. Dogecoin looks like it's poised to push higher. And I mean, conservatively, wouldn't want to go long until it moves above 0.41. But I mean, if you do that, you're missing out on a 100x gain. But certainly, I think the level to watch for Doge is for a weekly close above 24.5 cents. If it closes above 24.5 cents, it closes above the Kijun Sen, the Tenkan Sen, and the 2021 volume point of control. And from there, it's likely to just drive up higher and higher towards that 50-cent range. Downside, I don't want to say limited, but it is. If it can't hold 12.5 cents as support, then it is diving down to that 8 to 9 cent range. But that's what I see for Doge. Definitely. So the first test of resistance at that 24.5 cent level. Beyond that, it'll start moving towards that 50 to 55 cent level as the next kind of major test. So that's what I see. I don't know what you see, Akash.
Yeah, that break of the 0.16 level is really gonna make or break Dogecoin. That's we've been talking about that for quite a long time. So
Couple
it'll
months
be interesting.
now, definitely.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that develops in the future, especially if Bitcoin breaks below 40K again, like we get another leg down of the flash crash. But yeah, unlike John, where you get like an overview of the coin and a long-term outlook, for me, I like scalping, I like day trading, and what I see right now, I've been sharing this in the previous videos that we've done today. Similar structures where we're kind of forming a double top of sorts, where I'm expecting for each of these coins that I've done here, I'm expecting a retracement to the optimal trade entry, and then I look to collect either close the price inefficiency or collect liquidity resting above swing highs. Again, the same applies for Doge. I'm looking, assuming like this is the swing high here. I'm expecting it to head down to 0.16, 0.1, 0.17, 0.16, or 0.164. Either of these levels here, and then typically I would want it to retest the 0.20 level here, because that's where like we saw a little bit of consolidation before the price actually crashed down violently, right? So this would be my first target, and if I wanted to play it a little risky, I would look for a dip into this particular zone here, 0.211 to 0.213, and the liquidity resting here. So this would be a, assuming it comes down here, this is where I place my stop losses, and this is what I would actually, let me play it a little safe and put my stop losses somewhere around here, which would be 0.198, which would still mean a 17% upswing, assuming those retraces down to either of these levels here, 0.168, 0.166, or 0.164. So yeah, 2.79 RR trade is what I'm looking for Doge over the course of this week, and a lot of altcoins. So basically, this is the structure that I'm following for a lot of altcoins, and you could do it as well. So yeah, this is my take on Doge. John?
Oh,
Knock,
again,
knock.
helps if I unmute myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kash. And thank you everybody for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.